Come on in, everyone. Come on in because we are here for the Ready to Love, Make a Move finale. The last part of the reunion. Did y'all see my thumbnail? My thumbnail where I said, is this road rage? You would have had to watch my other video to get that little tagline on my thumbnail. Y'all would have had to watch the video I did with Verneshia when she went on IG and I put it up. And I said, for 2024, can we get off the wrong road? Can we get off roads we've been on a long time? And I can't help but to see, y'all, that this ain't nothing but road rage from these women of being on the wrong road for so long, they angry. You can't deny it, y'all. You can't deny it because when you start to look at this reunion and you start to look at all the beefs going on, with them between each other, kind of what's going on with the men, it's all about old shit. It's all about old stuff in their life going back. And now here they are raging it out on stage because that's what road rage is a lot of the time. When people be acting like a fool on the road and darn near trying to kill you or cuss you out, all because you was going, 60 miles an hour in a 60 mile per hour zone. That's the speed limit. Shit. That's the speed limit. Why are you so angry that I'm going the speed limit? You want me to go faster, and now you behind me running up on my tail, honking and screaming, flipping me off, and you got road rage. I'm not your problem. Whatever you angry about, whatever you screaming and yelling about behind me, that's on you to fix. That's not my problem. You're not really just mad at me because all this road rage you got does not warrant it. Yeah, I might have done going slower than you want me to go. Cameron with Zadia. Look at Verneshia over here. Verneshia got the worst road rage of everybody. At least Ashley over here, like I said, Ashley's a narcissist. Her rage is built around narcissism. It ain't even built around hurt and pain. Like I said, everybody kept thinking that Ashley was hurt. She got low self-esteem. Y'all finally saw. Don said it for himself. This ain't over no low self-esteem. This is because she got too much self-esteem. She finally said it tonight. So I hope nobody out here is believing that whole other story that Ashley tells. But the road rage, did you see the road rage coming for Verneshia from all men? No, let me correct myself. Not all men, all man. all man out here. Verneshia's road rage. Verneshia's going off on other people's men. She got so much road rage, she don't even preserve it anymore from the men that do her wrong. Her road rage is spilling out all across everywhere she goes. Stay away from Verneshia. Y'all better stay away from Verneshia because you might get a cat put in you. Just like road rage. Stay away from them. Stay away from people who are so angry because they've been on the wrong road so long. And then when you come along, they darn near want to take you out. Anyway, let me keep going and talking about this show because this was a hot mess. The only person who settled down in this whole show was Sharice. Sharice settled down. She settled down when that calm man sat next to her. I told y'all, all you road rage, hyperactivity people, go get you a calm man. It's almost like a therapy dog. What you call them dogs? What you call them dogs that give you comfort when you go on a plane to calm you down? That's what women need to go get. They need to go get that in the form of a man. Go get you a therapy man that calms you down because obviously, we are looking at 38, 40-year-old women that don't know how to soothe themselves. They don't know how to calm themselves. They don't know how to soothe themselves. They need to go get them one of them dogs in the form of a man. We opened up talking about Verneshia yelling and screaming, talking about Sharice. Sharice was been bullied. I guess she was trying to take up for Sharice in a kind of way. But I'm still over that too, Sharice, to be honest with you. I'm still over at 43 years old. I got to talk to you, and I still got to talk to you about how you was bullied back in the 5th grade. Road rage. We talking about something in the 5th grade, so anything I do, go get help, people. Go get help. How long do we have to go through life where if I'm meeting you in 2024, I've got to start going back to when you was 5th grade getting bullied? Good Lord, when is the responsibility on other people to get help? Why is all the responsibility on me meeting you 40 years later that somehow I got to know that you was bullied in the 5th grade and now I got to do all my adjusting to that. I got to be walking on eggshells around you. Go get therapy. Then they turn over there to Ashley, and Ashley with Don sitting next to her and Kirsten sitting next to her. And then Ashley says, I'm used to the guy who woos all the other women. That's what I'm used to, a player. Listen to what Ashley is saying, the guys she likes to go after. She likes to go after the guys that a lot of other women want. I told you about her. That's why she liked Kirsten. She liked Kirsten because she felt Kirsten looked better on her arm. She liked Kirsten because she thought Kirsten was a bigger fish to catch. It would be a man other people wanted. That's what she wanted for. It was to feed her ego. The whole reason she was going after Kirsten was because he was the challenge. He was the one that probably be in the club and talking to women. I don't even think y'all that good looking anyway, but who cares? All Ashley cares about is what's going to make her look the best. That's how she was choosing between Don and Kirsten in the first doggone place, because we know Kirsten didn't have nothing for her. And he came on this reunion. He says, I got nothing. I'm just here to get my check. I'm just here to get my check. And the only reason I'm here is because I signed a contract. And you know what? Kirsten said it out loud. Kirsten said it out loud because I think that's the sentiments of a lot of men on this entire season. A lot of these men did not know that they were going to be meeting. One, they didn't know they were going to be meeting women who weren't from Louisiana. I do believe that story that has come out of a lot of men's mouths. That the reason that they came on the show not was because they weren't ready, they didn't want to meet someone. They were not looking to meet somebody who was not in New Orleans. They thought they were coming on the regular Ready Love. I do believe that. I believe the producers bamboozled them once and then I think maybe someone didn't read the entire contract. I bet you it's embedded somewhere in there. I bet you somewhere it's embedded, but they maybe didn't read it all. Maybe they misconstrued it. I don't know. Then they get on this show with all these women who are from different states, different cities, and all these women are talking about that they don't want to move. I would have some road rage too if I was Kirsten. And then they meet women like Ashley. All these women on here, Verneshia included, talking about the quality of men that were brought to them. Okay. Now, let me tell you something. These men that were brought to them, these are regular Joe Moes out here in the street. I believe these are the men you would meet. I don't know why they were thinking they were going to get all the cream of the crop. All the cream of the crop, because all the cream of the crop wouldn't be interested in them. Some of these women think so highly of themselves that they deserve the cream of the crop men. And let me tell you, they're not ready for them. They are not all ready for them. They're not willing to make the adjustments they would need to make to a man. The only person I can give kudos for this whole season is Sharice. Sharice. Has Sharice corrected everything about herself? No, we know she can get down and dirty, and we know she can cuss a bee out easily. But at least she's learning how to code switch. We know about code switching. All us black people who work in white environments, we know about code switching. You one way at home, and then when you go to work, you a whole nother way. Code switching. And sometimes that's what you got to do. It don't mean you're not being yourself, but what it means is you're doing what you need to do to get along in the environment that you're in and to get out of that environment what you want. If I got to go to work and act a different kind of way, can't use my Ebonics like I be talking on here with y'all, be talking. I know what Ebonics, that's how I be talking. When I go to work, I sure don't talk like that. I talk way more differently. I sure do. And now Sharice is learning how to speak differently when she's around men, and she cannot speak that same way around men, a love interest, a man, as she does with other women. Eventually, maybe she'll get to a point where she doesn't even have to speak that way to other ladies, period. Because she do got an issue with women, and she finally admitted it. She finally admitted she got issues with women when she said, I don't do women. Thank you. Thank you for admitting it, because I'm tired of having arguments with people when we know it's the truth. Why are we still arguing over that we don't know that Sharice don't have problems with women? We know Sharice got problem with women. The first step to recovery is admitting it, getting out of denial. Once you stop denying it, now we can move on. We can move on to healing, getting better, doing something different. But don't nobody want to sit here and have conversations with Sharice no more, not acting like she ain't got problems with women. So I'm finally glad she can admit she got problems with women. She got problems with women. She got problems, period, with trust. But she got a heightened level of discord with women, fighting with women, competing with women. And I'm quite sure it all ties back to men. It ties back to men. It ties back to fighting women over men when she was young. That's what it goes back to. Because Sharice was probably out here trying to get the hot football player. And guess what those guys have? A lot of women around them, right? A lot of women. And then more than likely what Sharice is doing is Sharice is over here fighting side chicks. Road rage. Like I just said, all this stuff did not just happen. This is road rage from all the years of being on the wrong road. So some of you ladies right now that are on the wrong road and you think there's no harm in it, you think, yeah, I know I'm on the wrong road and I'm just kind of doing things wrongly. Well, what happens when you on that wrong road for 10, 15, 20 years? You know what you're going to have? You're going to have road rage. You're going to have road rage. So you need to get off the road. Look at these women sitting on stage and use it as your motivation. Use it as your motivation. I remember working at a job when I first graduated from college. I was young and I looked at some of those people at that company because it was a bad company and they worked you to the bones and they took you for everything that you had. And we was working 14, 15-hour days. And there were people who still been on that job for 10, 15 years. And I looked at those people. I said, man, you look 30 years older than you really are. You look 30 years older than you really are. And I looked at them and I said, you know what? I don't want to look like you 30 years down the road. And I quit that damn job. That's what some women need to do with the roads they on. They need to look at the road they're on. They need to look at the Verneshas of the world. They need to look at the Ashleys of the world. They need to look at Zadias of the world. And they look and say, listen, I don't want to be on a road where when I get down there, I'm looking like them. And for everybody else who's already looking like them, who already got the road rage, get off the road now. It's never too late. It's never too late. Sure, we made some mistakes in the back, but get off the road now. That's my 2024 message. If you didn't hear my 2024 message with the one with Verneshia, go back and listen to it because it is relevant right now. Kirsten said that he was getting off this stage. He was leaving. He was saying, I'm not playing these games no more because all I hear him is to pick up a check. And what did road rage Verneshia say? Men hate rejection. They're petty and they hate rejection. They petty and what? And they're childish. What is road rage Verneshia talking about? Ashley did not reject Kirsten. Kirsten rejected Ashley. Her rage is so much she even misapplying it. She done misapplied the road rage. She applying it to a man who left Ashley. She ain't even applying the road rage correctly. That just tells you she just wants to complain about men, period. She talking about she want to be a homemaker. I don't even know if Verneshia really even likes men. And I don't mean it in a way in which she a lesbian or something. I'm saying I think she got so much hatred for men. Maybe she like a black widow. Maybe that's why she dresses the way she does and she gets herself all dolled up. She can lure you in. And then what she can do is she can tear you down like I know she does behind closed door. I'm already telling you with all this road rage that Verneshia got, I'm already telling you with all this road rage that Verneshia got, she's going to tear a man apart behind closed doors. There is no way that Verneshia can have this much road rage for other people's men on stage. But when she gets a man and that man does anything wrong, that she doesn't unleash it on them too. I don't believe it. She absolutely unleashes it on them. So when we talk about who the hell is Verneshia and everybody says, oh, Verneshia is such a nice person. No, she's not. I'm going to go a step further. No, she's not, because we've seen it plenty of times, and I'm going to stop calling her a nice person because you know what? I actually don't think she is anymore. I don't think she is. I think she's got so much road rage that she can't be a good person anymore. Maybe one time back in the day when she was 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, she was a good person and she wasn't going off on people and she wasn't mean. But now, no, she's not that person anymore. Like I said, some of us think we the person we was when we were 6 years old. You're not that person no more. You a completely different person. Stop being who you were when you were 6. Even if Sharice did get bullied when she was young or 8. Stop being 43 and acting like you that 6-year-old child. And maybe Verneshia was nice when she was 6 years old, but she ain't nice no more. She 43 and mean. Let's be real. She's 43 and mean. Donald's friend Lakeisha came on here, tried to give Ashley a compliment, saying, you know what, I like what I see right now. If Ashley had met me with this type of energy, there probably wouldn't have been no problems. But guess what happened? The road rage in Ashley came out right away. She couldn't just say, thank you. Let's let bygones be bygones. No, she had to dredge it up. She's had to light that spark on Lakeisha. We already know that Lakeisha's a hothead. We saw it. It don't take much to light her flame. And when she threw you a bone, she threw you a dog bone. And she said, you know what? I like this, Ashley. Had she been this person, I wouldn't have come out and done nothing. Take it, Ashley. Take the gift. Nope. The road rage got to come out. You know why? Because I got to bring up old shit to justify why I got rage now. She ain't going to miss no opportunity. And so what she did, she started popping off. And there you go. There goes the back and forth. There goes the back and forth. We already done figured out that Don had used Lakeisha as his mouthpiece. But guess what he finally did? He finally admitted it too. He finally admitted that the stuff that Lakeisha was saying was stuff he really felt too. Thank you. Thank you for being honest finally, Don. Stop trying to pretend like it was just Lakeisha's thoughts, because we knew it was your thoughts and you told Lakeisha and Lakeisha told Ashley. Now Ashley over here mad at Lakeisha, but really what Ashley should realize is it was really the words of Don. So why are you over here honking and running up behind the car at Lakeisha? Why are you giving Lakeisha the F, the middle finger? If you know the real reason of what's going on is Don and the way he feels about you, why are you not addressing that? Nah, because it's easy to not address the things you help cause, but it's easy to flip the finger on somebody driving 60 miles per hour and you want to go 70. Road rage. Don said, you know, I really didn't clap back on Ashley because I kind of didn't want to double team her. Double team her. That's exactly it. Because if he started to open up his mouth, he realized he was going to be on Lakeisha's side. He just said it. He said it was better that I be quiet. Because if I do start opening my mouth and telling them what I really feel, I wasn't going to be on Ashley's side. And guess what? Then she would have been double teamed. So Ashley, you think you was not being cared for, you was not being protected. What he's saying was, you really didn't want me to open up my mouth, girl, because no protection was going to come out of it. No protection was going to come out of it. So you in this mess, get yourself out of it. I'm not coming here to rescue you, because what Don is saying, I'm the victim. Ashley over here talking about she's the victim. Don is saying, I'm the victim. You want me to come and rescue my perpetrator? Why would I come rescue the person who's the one making me feel this way? Ashley's so egotistical. She tried to get Don to come rescue her against Lakeisha, and what she didn't realize is Don was the victim. Why would Don come rescue Lakeisha and Lakeisha's the perpetrator? She's the violent one. Good Lord, she ain't even thinking. She think too highly of herself. You heard what Don said? She said, I'm the star. I'm the star. All eyes on me. I've been saying that all season. All eyes on me. She said she's the star. You here for her. You just her little puppy dog. You here to do what she says. She finally opened up her mouth and said it. The truth was finally told in this whole episode. There were a lot of truths that finally came out in this episode, so we can all stop sitting down here and debating it, and we can know for sure what it was. Ashley finally admitted she's the star. You're on here for me. And like I said, she didn't like Don and she don't like Kirsten. She was trying to use Kirsten just as much, and Kirsten said, you're not going to use me that way. I'm only on here for a check. And I only got to do so much for this check. I ain't got to do everything you want and have these bad scenes with you, Ashley. And then you got these hosts up here still trying to put Ashley and Donald together. Why? Are you all listening? Why? Aren't you guys all listening? You're not listening to what's going on? You're not listening to what this is about? Why does Don and Ashley need to be together? Y'all just need to go on what? Do the Humpty dance together? The Humpty Hump? Why is that advice? That was so cringy. It was so cringy to even talk about it and recommend it. It was cringy when Ashley got up and started pulling Don off like he's a little kid to the back. Non-consensual sex. Ugh. It was cringy to my core. And then Ashley over here yelling and screaming at Stormy too. Stormy had to storm off. Stormy looking at the clip, and she looking at how the clip was diced and sliced and how those words was put together. Now I know why Stormy got on IG and Facebook and everywhere else after she saw the scene and said, dang, she was edited up a storm. They done put words together in the wrong places, made her seem like she was some hussy and she wanted Kirsten. They didn't put the conversation together right. She had told us down in the comments before when it first aired that this was over like a whole hour, that they had conversation afterward, and Ashley wasn't even mad. Ashley wasn't even mad, but Ashley was feeling some kind of way. And Ashley over here lying, talking about she ain't never been intimidated by a woman. Yeah, you have. You've been intimidated because you compete with the women. Let's be real, Ashley. You compete with women for men. That's what you do. You compete with them. You think men are some type of prize to make you look better. To put a man on your arm. To show that you conquered them. Ashley, you know what? People keep thinking Ashley's a victim. No, Ashley's somewhat like a dude. If you really look at what Ashley does, she hunts men. Just like women, like men hunt women. She hunts men. They're a prize. They're a trophy to Ashley. All the men are actually victims of Ashley. Ashley is no victim of none of these men. These men are victims of Ashley. Ashley's the hunter. She's the one that likes to conquer. She's the one that wants to put you on the arm and put a trophy on you and stamp you as hers. You hers. Don't mess with mine. And that's why she got mad at Stormy, talking about the way you dress. Stormy told her the reason why she dressed like that because they told her they was going to a nice dinner. They was going to a nice dinner. She said, this is the way I dress when I go on a nice dinner. You know, Verneshia didn't have no problem. Verneshia didn't talk up then. You know, when they were talking about Stormy's tight dress, Verneshia didn't have no problem. Verneshia was like, yeah, that's the way I would dress too. If I went on a date for you too, Ashley, I would wear the same thing, but my nipples would be showing. My breasts would be out. Would Ashley be yelling and screaming at Verneshia? Come on now. Ashley over there screaming and yelling, talking about, let me finish, let me finish. Y'all was going back like Venus and Serena. And she's like, nobody gave me the floor. She was like a little kid having a tantrum. Did y'all see it? Nobody gave me the floor. And when, you know, Ashley always got something to say. So if I don't have something to say and I'm quiet, you supposed to check on me. Listen, ain't nobody babysitting these messed up egos. So everybody's supposed to babysit Ashley. Once again, do y'all hear the victim mentality? Everybody is supposed to cater to Ashley. When Ashley's tired or when Ashley's quiet, we're supposed to look over to Ashley. Are you okay? Do you want to say nothing? I don't know where that comes from. I don't know what road she's been on, where all this rage is coming from. But now she's been on it so long that she got all this road rage and she got heat in 2024 and 2023. But really the rage is way back from years ago. I thought Ashley said that she was the only girl with a bunch of boys. Didn't you get enough attention growing up with all them boys around? Why are you still hungry for it now? Why are you so hungry for it now? And Zadia's bad advice. Zadia talking about, Ashley, I want you to do better. I want when you feel offended, I want you to be able to speak up in that moment. No, Ashley, because if she speaks up in the moment, she ain't gonna never shut up because she's always offended. Wrong advice, Zadia. All these ladies up here need to stop giving advice because all their advice is horrible. That's horrible advice to say if you feel wrong, you need to speak up in that moment. No, because you know what we know now with Ashley? She actually needs to talk less and listen more. She needs to stop talking about her feelings so much and she needs to start asking questions. The problem with Ashley is that's all she talks about are her feelings, what she wants, what she believes, what she thinks. And of course, Zadia would give that advice because that's what Zadia does. All she talks about are her feelings. She don't never listen to no one else. Ashley needs to stop talking about her feelings, actually, because her feelings are jacked up in some ways. She needs to start asking more questions and listening. She needs to start listening to what other people are saying so that she can retrain her mouth. One of the things she needs to stop doing is opening up her mouth too soon. She needs to start reading the room first. She needs to start looking. She needs to start listening. Zadia over here talking about you need to speak up. No, she don't need to speak up. She need to be quiet. Communication is about listening and speaking. Ashley talks too much. She needs to start listening, not talking, Zadia. Same thing with you. Stop talking. Everybody always think about when you confused or when you hurt, I need to start talking. No, sometimes you need to stop. You need to listen. And if you do talk, you need to start asking the other people questions, not talking about yourself all the time. This is why you're not making no progress because all you do is talk about your own feelings, everything going on inside of you. There is a time and a place for that. But some of these people way to the other end, that's all they do. All they talk about is how they feel, what's wrong with them, what you did to them. What about other people in the world that you're interacting with? Why not ask questions? Why not be quiet? Why not listen? Try something new. Get off the wrong road. The wrong road for Zadia and Ashley is talking, yelling, letting everybody, and not letting anyone else get in a word. Ashley over here talking about, well, she didn't let me get no word in. You don't need to get no words in. We really want you to be quiet and listen. Maybe on that date, she should have let Stormy take the lead and she just listened. Maybe she should have let Stormy interview Kirsten and she just listened. Why are you talking with Kirsten? You've been out with him. I thought I'm here to answer the questions. If all you're going to do is be talking and asking him the questions, what is the purpose of me, Ashley? To be your sidekick, to be your audience? Because like you said, you want the floor. Exactly. Ashley looked at Stormy as you here as my audience. I thought I was here to vet this man for you, which means I got to talk, which means you should be letting me do all the talking. Why is there even a conversation about this? That's when Sharice said, that's why I don't do women. She said, that's why I don't do women. I'll end up in jail. From what we heard, you almost went to jail, Sharice. From what I've been hearing out in these streets, allegedly, you got a mugshot floating around. Looks like you almost went to jail, probably over this, road rage. That's probably why she was hemmed up in that booking photo over road rage, if it really happened. I don't know. It's just rumor, y'all. But I do have to give it to Sharice for getting it together. I do got to give it to Sharice who's getting it together because she was able to pipe it down in this episode 2 of the reunion. She was able to pipe it down with her calm therapy dog, Maurice. It's done wonders for her. It has done wonders for her. And now Sharice says she's even considering a moving to Miami or at least spending more time there. That's what they're considering. They're considering keeping it going. They're going to keep it going. I'm happy for them. Let me tell you, this pairing was a good pairing. If you want to give Sharice a chance, this is the best chance she got. This is the best chance you got. She better settle. Like I told every other woman out there in the world, you're going to settle. You're going to settle in the end. And this is the one that Sharice needs to settle on. Whatever else going on with Maurice, she better settle. She better take the deal. You know who else I realized settled with a calmer man? Was Camille. Did y'all see Camille on the show from the Already Love? She came as Zadia's friend. We're going to talk about this. I was impressed with Camille. I was very impressed. I saw a different Camille now than we saw on Ready to Love 3 years ago. But you know what therapy dog calmed her down? Her man, Cornelius. Her man, Cornelius. He was the same way. Remember on Ready to Love, he didn't speak up much. He didn't say much. She was over there running her mouth, yelling and screaming, cussing people out, telling people she gonna beat them up. Now look at her. Now she's all calm, sits there, tries to give Zadia some pretty decent advice. She done calmed down with that therapy dog, Cornelius. All you feisty women out there, like the Sharices of the world, like Camille was, y'all need to go get you a nice therapy dog man who's going to calm you down. You don't need no hype man. You don't need no man who's going to hype you up. You need a man that's going to calm you down. Stop picking the wrong man for you. Stop picking the man you think you want and pick the man you need. Stop picking the man you want and pick the man you need. And a lot of men need calm therapy men like Camille got herself and like Sharice got herself right now. Take a page out their book. Learn something from this woman. Learn something. Maurice and Sharice said they went to the Essence Festival. They had themselves a good old time. They're going to start traveling even more. Good for them. And then they brought all on a Lion Mizell. You know, Verneshia wasn't happy to see Lion Mizell sit there because she got egg on her face. Vernicia's face was cracked the whole episode long. Just cracked. Just cracked. You talk about the biggest winner and the biggest loser. I guess Sharice would be considered the biggest winner. And the biggest loser has got to be Verneshia. Verneshia got to be the biggest loser of this whole episode. The whole episode. And what do we talk about with road rage, Verneshia? Now I'm going to talk about everybody wants me, Verneshia. Good Lord, Verneshia. How many times are you going to tell the story of how men want you? Over and over and over again. Where does this story come from? Verneshia loved to tell the story every chance she get. Men want me. Men want me. All on her IG video. I'm a hot commodity. I got options out here in the world. Everybody wants me. But then at the end of the episode, did you hear Verneshia tell Tamika, yeah, because I'm still single. I know you are single, girl. You are single. You know why I know Verneshia single? Because even if she lures a man in with that body, those tight dresses, those nipples, once they get in the car with her, they start to see how much road rage she got. You hear what I'm saying? They probably be like, yeah, let's go over here. And Verneshia say, yeah, I'll drive. And then the men get in the car with her because they lured her. She lured them into the car with her nice body and dress and nipples. And they get in the car with her. And now they're going down this wrong road she's on. And all the road rage starts coming out. And they say, I want to get out of this car with this woman because this woman is angry. That's Verneshia. Verneshia want to keep telling us over and over how many men want her. Who cares, Verneshia? You ain't got one now. Mizell couldn't even start talking before Verneshia went on the attack tomorrow. You texted me, you called me, you showed me pictures of your dog, you did this, you did that. Good Lord, Verneshia, we got it. We got it. He texted you. He called you. We got it, Verneshia. He wanted to lay down in the bed with you. He wanted to suck on those nipples. We got it. We know, Verneshia. Why are you so intent on telling this all the time? The problem is you mistake lust for somebody who really want to get to know you. It's two different things. But her road rage just wants her to keep concentrating on the man. I mean the man. All man out here. And she uses the same old line. Don't downplay me. Don't downplay me. If any of y'all watch that video, Verneshia uses that line on every man. Don't downplay me. That's why we know it's some old road rage. That's why we know it's from, 1980. This is some 1980s shit. Don't downplay me. And all she does is play the same record over and over and over. Oldies, the saying oldies but goodies? Nah, these ain't no goodies. This ain't no oldies but goodies. This is just oldies, period. And we tired of hearing this story from Verneshia back in 1980. And now she got road rage in 2023 and 2024 over some 1980 shit. Even Sharice couldn't miss the opportunity to take a dig at Mizell and say, you the oldest of all your brothers, but you the only one unmarried. Sharice, don't be throwing those stones when you live in a glass house, though. Girl, we know you got your man over there. Therapy dog. Lay on her lap, calm her down. Don't let her get riled back up again. Where are you, Maurice? Don't let her get riled up. But she kept it together. But she took that little dig. And I didn't care if she took the dig because, I don't like lying Mizell anyway. So I really didn't care. Then you got Tabari and Jabari coming on here. Jabari coming on here. And Tabari, I guess they were thinking Tabari was flirting a little bit with Tamika, the other lady. She probably was, because like Verneshia said, Tabari know how to charm a woman with his tongue. He know how to charm a woman with his tongue, so he just doing what he do. He doing what he do. And good for Jabari for speaking up and telling the truth. Said he like a woman home when he get home. He don't want to be at home at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and now his woman's out in the street. Now Verneshia says she be up to 2 and 3. Dang, Verneshia, 2 and 3 in the morning. I hope she didn't mean 2 or 3 out in the club. Do you really need that? It's getting worse and worse. She's still talking about this road she been on out to 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and she still think it's a good road, and she getting all this rage from this road, and then she meet a man, and then she telling him he got the problem. What's wrong with wanting your woman home before 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning? It's getting worse and worse and worse. We done gone from a homemaker We done gone from being a homemaker to she ain't got no home at all. Because if you ain't coming home until 3 o'clock in the morning, you might as well stay out there. Your kids ever come home late at night and you go like, I'm going to lock the doors. If you coming home that late at night, you might as well stay out the rest of the night because I'm locking these doors. That's old school. Verneshia says she ain't got no regrets, though. I know she don't. Of course you don't have no regrets. Because when you have regrets, you get off the wrong road. She need to have some regrets. That's what would get her off the wrong road. See, when your ego's so large and you say, I didn't do nothing wrong, I don't have no regrets, I don't have this, then what you're saying is, I'm going to stay on this road. I don't have no regrets about going on this bad road. I'm going to stay on it. And she needs to have some regrets. Because without regret, you're going to get back on the road. How do you say you don't have any regrets and you are on a wrong road? You say, yeah, I do have regrets I got on this road. That's why I ain't going to do it no more. That tells you why Verneshia ain't learning nothing. Because she don't have no regrets. She should have some regrets. Some type of regret. She should. She been talking about communication with Jabari, no communication. Then she said Jabari had good communication. He was calling her all the time, texting her all the time. Shit, he was home by 9 o'clock. You had all night to talk. He's at home. You like to stay up to 2 o'clock. Y'all could have been texting and talking all night long. But no, Verneshia want to be out in the street. Verneshia don't want no communication. What's she talking about? How do I communicate with you when you out to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? What I'm going to do, be calling you at the club? Talking about he's traditional. He works for the government. The government employs like 20 million people, Verneshia. Darn near 15, 16, 17% of the entire U.S. population. That's what the government employs. So Verneshia just said, you know what? I don't want to be with no one who works for the government. That's 20 million right there. 15% of the entire workforce in the United States. Verneshia says she don't want to go out with none of them because we know the government people work early. We know government people, a lot of them work early. And Verneshia like, I got to be out to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't be working with no government worker. You talk about a wrong road going to nowhere. Vernecia's on it. Verneshia got a whole yearly pass for the wrong road. Some people just paying for a day pass on the wrong road. Verneshia is a member of it. a bona fide member of it, and she ain't getting off. She a OG. When you pass her on the wrong road, make sure you wave at Verneshia. Wave at Verneshia on the wrong road because she going to be on it. She going to be on that wrong road. Make sure you wave at her. Jabari started talking about he believe in gender roles. Well, not all the way, Jabari, because you said 50-50. You said 50-50, so you don't believe in all gender roles. You do need to get that right, Jabari. That you don't believe in gender roles all the way because you believe in 50-50. Woo! So Jabari ain't got it all right. He really ain't got it all right. Jabari and Verneshia couldn't have been together. They really couldn't have been together because it is true with Jabari's way he thinking. He can't get along with a few women. Unless you're willing to change your rule about 50-50, Jabari, you're going to have to not believe in gender roles. There are going to be some things you're going to have to do around the house that mainly maybe you think women's supposed to do, which I don't know what that is. Is that cooking and cleaning? What woman's going to be doing 100% of the cooking and 100% of the cleaning, but then got to pay 50% of the bills? That's a bad deal, Jabari. Ain't nobody taking that deal. Nobody's taking that bill. I'm with you on you need to be home by 10 o'clock on a weekday. I'm with you with giving curfews to each other. I'm okay with that, Jabari. But I'm not for no man talking about I believe in gender roles, but I want 50-50. But then you want the woman to do everything else, to cook, to clean, to take care of the kids. Nah, Jabari, that's going to be a no-go too. Are you on the wrong road too, Jabari? Are you on the wrong road? Probably that's why you and Verneshia clashed. And I know there's been some back and forth going on between Tabari and Verneshia over the whole, did you call me? Did you not call me? I did a whole video on it like I told y'all, and I showed the clap back from Tabari. I can't wait to hear Tabari's story. I heard, I was watching Kojo, and Kojo over in Little Black Book said he's going to be interviewing Tabari. Thank you. We all going to be there with our popcorn. We going to all be there for our popcorn when Little Black Book, Kojo interviews Tabari, because we know that Kojo got the best interviews. And we're going to be all over there with our popcorn. And be sure after that interview, y'all come back the next day because you know I'm going to do a video on it. I love to do a breakdown video on Kojo's interviews. I don't know what day it's going to be, but make sure y'all keep track of it on his YouTube station because it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. But right now, Tabari's sticking to his story. He's saying they did have conversation. They exchanged videos. They exchanged pictures. They exchanged texts. They did a whole lot of talking. But Verneshia's over here saying, you didn't call me. I was doing all the work. I don't really believe Verneshia was doing all the work. I don't. I actually believe Tabari more than I believe Verneshia. If I have to choose, I'm actually going to believe a little bit more of Tabari when he said that all Verneshia did when she texted him was say, you didn't text me. That's what I believe. When Verneshia said I was texting Tabari, now I got to ask, what was Verneshia texting Tabari? I think that's the difference. I think Verneshia was texting Tabari, I ain't heard from you. I ain't heard from you. That's what I think. Because like I said, Verneshia got road rage. When you get in the car with Verneshia, she going to be driving like a bat out of hell. I'm going to tell you that right now. When you get in the car with Verneshia, she going to be driving like a bat out of hell. And when Tabari got in that car with Verneshia started going down that road and raging and talking about, why didn't you text me? It's been 2 hours. It's been 3 hours. It's been 4 hours. I believe it. Because that's what road rage looks like. From all the men of her past, I believe that's what it looks like. But we'll see. We'll get the real story on Kojo's interview. I'll be over there. And if it changes, I'll come back here and change my mind too, because I can do that. But right now, I'm going to lean more towards even kind of believing Tabari with Verneshia. Because the road rage Verneshia got, it's a lot. And I did a whole video on Zadia because it was a whole breakout video on the most important part of the whole episode between Zadia and Cam. If y'all didn't watch that video of mine, I broke down that 3-minute section over Zadia and Cam where Cam was talking about, I'm out of here. And you know what? I was relieved by not being on here talking. I did a whole breakdown video on that. So I'm not going to go over that part again. But like I said, I do want to give kudos for Camille for showing up for her friend Zadia. Maybe that's where Zadia got this celibacy thing coming from. Maybe Zadia saw celibacy work for Camille because what I remember is Camille and Cornelius wanted to be celibate before they get married. They've been going out now 2.5 years. So good for you, Camille. Good for the good fight. 2.5 years celibate with a man you're in love with. That's tough. Praise the Lord. He gave her strength. And then I guess Zadia's decided, you know what? I'm going to be more like my friend Camille. Zadia's fixing the wrong thing. She's fixing the wrong thing. It's like getting a tune-up just to go back on the wrong road. It's like you was on the wrong road and your car got so messed up, your tires is all messed up because the road was bumpy. Your shit is raggedy. Your car is making all kind of noise. You take it to the shop, get it fixed. That's what celibacy is. I'm going to get renewed. I'm going to get renewed in celibacy. You got to tune up. You got your tires changed. You got an oil and filter changed. You got all your belts changed. Everything. You got your car all detailed. You know, you got your armor all on your tires. You know, you done made it all shiny in your car. Everything looking good now in this new celibacy phase that Zadia is in. And then you take that car, that nice, clean, pristine car, and you put it back on the wrong road. That's what Zadia is doing. Zadia going over here getting clean and purified in celibacy, but then she's still over here on the wrong road with Cam, not listening, but doing exactly the advice she came from Zadia, speaking what she wants. That's all she does. That's what she did the whole time with Cam. Tell Cam how she feeling. Tell Cam what she's thinking. Tell Cam what she wants. She never listened. And now she's giving, what's her name, Ashley, the same advice. Speak up and tell people what you want. No, Zadia. Get refreshed. Get renewed. Celibacy. Purify your spirit. Do all that. I'm all for it, sis. Drink some tea. Do whatever you want. But don't get back on the same old damn road. Listen. Stop talking so much about what you want. Stop basing all your meetings with people and relationships based on, I ain't gonna settle. I gotta get everything I want. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. That's the problem. You fixing the wrong problem. You trying to copy Camille on maybe what Camille did, and you think you want to apply that to your situation, but maybe your situation is different. Maybe your recipe for getting better is different. You trying to apply the wrong things to your problems. You fixing the wrong problem. I've been talking about in my other videos, root cause analysis, getting to the real issue. Celibacy ain't your problem, Zadia. Zadia's probably trying to get rid of sleeping with men, and then she don't get what she wants from them, so now she doesn't sleep with them. That's not the problem. The problem is you're choosing the wrong man, period. It don't have nothing to do with the sex part. The problem has to do with your thinking, the way you choose men. That's the real big problem. And if all you're going to do is purify your spirit or all this other kind of stuff, but you don't learn how to pick differently, you don't learn how to settle when you should settle, because you should settle. You should fold at certain periods of time. If you don't fold, you can go to Vegas. You better learn how to fold when you go to Vegas. You're going to lose all your money. Folding, settling, these are not wrong words. These are not bad words. When you sell stock, everybody settles. Everybody says, it's time to sell this stock. It's time to do this. It's time to cut my losses. It's time for me to fold. Stop acting like getting out of a game is a bad thing. And that's what kept her in this game with Cam. She didn't know when to fold. She didn't know when to walk away. And everybody out here want to blame Cam and telling Cam, wow, he should have been the one to walk away. Why? He the dealer. He the dealer. He ain't going to be the one to tell you to get it from the table. He's telling you, hey, you know what? You got an 8 and a 7. You got 15. You could take this next card, but I'm telling you, this next card might be a high card. Do you still want it? Zadia like, yeah, hit me with it. Zadia like, yeah, hit me with it. And every time it comes wrong, Cam keeps telling her, you sure you want to take another card? Zadia like, yeah, hit me with it. She telling the dealer, Cam, you should have told me to get it from the table. You 40-something years old. You 40-something years old. You should know when to get up from the table. You should know when to stop drinking. Why is everybody in charge of telling 40-something-year-old women when to get off on wrong roads? Y'all should know this by now. And the truth be told, I was glad to hear everyone say that it was Cam who was taking out all the ladies. Even Road Rage Verneshia said it. Road Rage Verneshia even pointed to the fact that it was Cam who was really taking the ladies out, showing them around the town, having them a good time, making sure they got home safe. If anybody can complain about the time for this show, it is Cam. Cam has spent more time dating and going out on this show than any other man, period. He deserves to be tired. I'd be tired too. He wasn't just dating Zadia. He was dating all these women, and come to find out, Zadia put this man on the clock all the time. He didn't get no days off. Zadia refused to go out with even other men. He kept Cam on the clock all the time. I need you to come into work. Dang, I was just there. I need you back into the office because it's what I want. I just got home. Nope, I need you to come back in. You need to be here on Tuesday. You need to be here on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And Cam keeps showing up angry. He angry too. He on the wrong road too. He got road rage too because he's tired of being on this road, getting calls talking about I need you to come in. Can't you find nobody else to come into the office, Zadia? Can you please call someone else in? No, I want you to come in. And because you came to work, now what she says was if you didn't want to come in, you shouldn't have come in. Ugh. Misplaced road rage. You could say that, Zadia. You could say that he overgave to you, but I thought you were supposed to be the giver, Zadia. I thought you told us you give to people. So if you were the giver, then what you should have said is, I'm not going to call Cam into the office because he's been coming into the office a lot and he already told me he's tired. You would give to Cam and say, I'm going to give him a day off. I'm going to go out with some other men. But nah, Zadia, you weren't giving to Cam. You were taking from Cam. You were willing to take him not knowing how to say no to you. You were taking Cam not knowing how to say no to the other women. So now Cam's the bad guy because he said yes to all these women. He kept showing up. Whether he was showing up for a check or not, I don't know. Whatever y'all want to say, he showed up. He was showing up, but now he's the bad guy for showing up. You called him back for some overtime, time and a half. Now he's the bad guy. Fix your own roles. Get off on your own roles and stop blaming other people for the mess you in. Did you hear that line where Zadia said, yeah, maybe you should come to DC so I can show you how you can be prosperous? Ugh. I'm so sick of that same line from Zadia. Once again, still trying to convince Cam to come to DC so he can be prosperous. Let me show you how you can make your money over in DC. You don't hear Sharice saying that. You don't hear Sharice over there talking to Maurice talking about come to Miami where you can make your money. Nope, she's talking about maybe I will move to Miami. Maybe I will move to Miami. But no, not Zadia. She ain't ready to get off that road. All she want to do is just be pure, be celibate, as she says, and then just take her nice new shiny car. What? A born-again virgin. That's what she's going to be, a born-again virgin. And she want to get back on the wrong road. What a waste of time, energy, and money. That's like when we be doing all this juicing and fasting and we clean out our body. We do colon cleanses. We do whatever. And then the next day, we over here eating 2 Dr. Peppers and a cheeseburger. You done cleansed for 2 weeks, done suffered through 2 weeks of cleansing, cayenne pepper and lemon juice. And next thing you know, your first meal are 2 Dr. Peppers and a cheeseburger. Bye, Zadia. Zadia, stop giving women advice and go get some of your own advice that you need. Stop giving women advice for now. Stop doing it. Anyway, that's it, y'all. That is it, y'all. Like I said, if you didn't catch my other 2 videos that I referenced in this video, be sure to check them out. And more than likely, I'll be seeing you in the next weeks doing all the recap reviews on all the interviews that more than likely will take place. The interviews will probably take place on Little Black Book's channel or Crystal XO's channel. And when they drop their interviews, come check me out. Come back and check me out because I'm going to be doing recap reviews on any of the interviews that they do out here. And if I see them on somebody else's channel. So that's it, y'all. Have a nice Saturday. Talk to y'all later. Bye.